Every morning, it is a necessity to have coffee. What's up, beautiful people? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Katrina. Today, I am showing you all what my husband and I do for our morning coffee routine using our French press. I love how quick and easy it is, and you get a quality cup of coffee. We're using a local bean that we bought from Tucson, Arizona. It is from Gorilla Sip. It is a Colombian medium roast, and I will have it in the description box below. So if this is the kind of content you like, recipes, workout, health related stuff, please consider hitting that subscribe button below, and let's get to it. So first and foremost, we put water in our water boiler. I love this machine. It is very trendy. It is very fast and efficient. We bought it on Amazon. In fact, pretty much everything we're using was bought off of Amazon. So I will include links in the description box below. So if you want to purchase any of these items, you can definitely do so. My husband literally has this down to a science. I don't think he truly measures out how much of coffee beans he uses because he makes coffee on a daily basis. But here he uses about 9 tablespoons of coffee beans to grind up, and I would say it yields about 3 cups of coffee, so like 2 mugs and a thermal full of coffee. Depending on how much coffee you drink, or depending on how many people are going to be drinking this coffee, give or take, is how much coffee beans and water you'll use. We have this KitchenAid grinder. He grinds them up every single morning to make sure the coffee we're creating is super fresh. Something about fresh ground coffee just gives it a great flavor. So you'll pretty much see if the bean is ground up enough. If you want a fine grind, obviously leave it a little longer. If you want it a little bit more coarse, okay, don't do it as much. But that's what it looks like for the amount of time that we ground up our coffee. For a French press, you pour the ground coffee beans into the French press just like that, and then that's when we go back to our lovely little water boiler to heat up the water. And it's really simple. You make sure you have the amount of water you need, and you flip it on. And after, I want to say it's less than 5 minutes, your water is boiling like this. And once you have a great boil going on, this machine is great. It automatically turns off. So I don't think I mentioned this before. 1 liter of water is what you're going to need for the French press. And even if you don't use up all the water, that's a-okay. So when I first saw my husband do this, I was just like, ew, why are you mixing the water and the coffee beans? That's so gross. Like, we're gonna be drinking like all the ground up coffee. Not knowing what a French press does, I had no idea. So if you've never seen a French press drink being made, this is what it looks like. You literally mix the boiling water with your coffee grounds, and then you let it sit. But before we let it sit and really soak up into the water, we do give it a good stir, because you really want to mix in that coffee and that water to make sure it's just, flowing throughout. And I mean, obviously it's seeping in because it was at the bottom, but you just want to give it a good stir to really make sure all that flavor of the coffee bean is, connecting with the water. So once you give it a good stir, you want to set a timer for about 4 minutes, I believe. So 4 minutes, and then that's it. Right after that, you have a quick cup of coffee, and the water doesn't cool down. It's steaming hot still, and yeah, I mean, it beats going to a drive-through in the morning and waiting in a long line. Like, you can make it at home. Literally, it takes in and around 10 minutes for us to have a fresh cup of coffee. So after that 4 minutes is up, that's when the French press comes. So that pressing down of the French press, you can see all that substance of the coffee bean is forming at the bottom, and everything is filtering through like a very fine screen. So what you get above the screen is just coffee. So that's like in a normal coffee pot setting, that's the whole filter, you know, when the water is dripping through the coffee bean. Same thing, there's a screen, all we're getting is coffee, we're not getting any grind or anything within the coffee. And just look at that steam. I'm telling you, it is very hot coffee. You can enjoy it. And these are matching mugs. We got it as a wedding gift way back in 2017. So this is the coffee creamer I enjoy. It's Chobani coffee creamer. If you are on the My WW plan, it is 1 point for 1 tablespoon. I don't put too much. I take that back. I do love my coffee creamer, but I don't like overly saturate my coffee with it. So I put about 2 tablespoons, so 2 points. It's a 2-point coffee. I mean, if you were to go to Starbucks and get like a fancy drink, you could rack up the points and get like 15 smart points added onto your daily point allowance. And you know, I value my points because I like eating. So I typically only use 2 tablespoons for my coffee. Anyway, so here is a thermal. You always want to take the coffee and put it in a thermal, because if it sits, it's still going to really extract those flavors from the bean, so then you'll have bitter coffee. So always make sure whatever extra, if you don't want to throw it out, to put it in a separate cup to enjoy. Yep, so that is it. I love the coffee and I hope you all try it out. So here's the cup of coffee, and honestly, adding that hazelnut creamer makes my life so much better. I cannot drink black coffee. I love adding creamer. My husband, on the other hand, he drinks his coffee black, but this is the final product. It is so smooth and it tastes delicious. If you want to check out Gorilla Sip, hit the description box below. See the link. I believe they ship worldwide, but if you live in Tucson, Arizona, they deliver locally. Again, thank you for tuning in. I'll catch you in the next video. Bye!